Hey guys, this is Andre once again from Trap Nation. Hope you're all having an incredible year so far. With the success of the last mix we did, I want to do another one, but this time where we showcase our label Lowly Palace. Just a reminder as well, all music in this mix is free to use on YouTube if you include the artist's socials and the streaming or download link to the song in the description. That's enough talking for now though. Enjoy the mix, everyone.
She been in your bedroom and know that feeling her on your skin. Think I don't know where your head's at. Where do I begin? Wrapping your fingers around her late at night, drinking. You let it linger, you couldn't quit. I think I'll leave it all behind. Love me a new one. I won't waste my time. Fuck it with you. Oh, let me show you how.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are back again. As you can see, this is going to be the start best of 3 for today. For the day itself, I think a fairly similar names will be playing in this best of 3 today. As you can see, it's going to be Azalea Bloom. Yep, that is a newly made team, and of course they're going to be going against NEXUS. Both of the teams are very, very good in the ways that they're playing. Of course, best of 3 series is going to be definitely important for both of the sides. So let's see how the quarterfinals is going to be going for both of them here, because as you can see, they are not going to be backing down fight, because looking at the band so far, the Freya, the Lancelot, and the Valentina band, interesting. This looks like a Sora setup for the side of Azalea Bloom. But on the other hand, though, this is just such a very, very red hat band, because of course Juicin, Grok, and maybe a Sora can be removed here, because if they don't remove the Sora, I'm pretty sure Azalea Bloom can pick it away. So what is it gonna be for NEXUS? They can ban it away here.
Fight for the
Oh
ultimate
wow, they
answer.
banned the Hilda instead.
Picking.
Okay, so
The clouds
should
are
be
ever
a Sora.
shifting.
There we
Your
go.
team
Wow,
remains
this is
steadfast.
so well done by Azalea.
Among the
Our
planes
showtime.
exists the
Your team
equilibrium,
I mean,
which
hey,
I
that's going
was
to be an
made for.
instant Claude and Heave pickup from the side of Nexus. And you know what? Both Frost and Mikey, they know each other so well, because both of them are moderators from
Yeah.
Nexus channel. And they are like very, buddy type people. And they love just studying each other's games, and I think that's something they are doing this time around as well. I think the Sora is kind of a bait pick for the side of Nexus, and they definitely have an answer to that since they have given it away.
But yeah, for Azalea, they are trying to set up for the Sora for a long time, because they ran away the Valentina directly.
in a dead
And
body.
Nexus, they didn't even bother picking away the banning away the Sora. But look at this. It's gonna be the Gatot here for first, and then it's gonna be Yursky. Oh my god, it's Yursky, by the way. And onto the Leomard. I've seen him on the Assassins, but I've never seen him on the Leomard. I hope it works well for them, because they are gonna be going against the Eve. And there we go. It's gonna be the Fredwin that they have to pick away. So a bit of a utility, because I can call it, because now the Eve and the Cloud will be the main damage sources that they have right now. So Utility
Hey,
can
that
definitely
team
work
is
into the
banning.
jungle here. Farsa always going to be banned against the Eve. So, what can be banned for Azalea here, though?
I mean, they really need to ban out of the EXP laners. Maybe the
Yep.
Borg, maybe the Yuzhong,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
even the Esmeralda is a very valid choice for bans here. Oh, the Phobius!
Mm-hmm.
Instantly, the Phobius is an actual Sora counter. So they
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
need to ban out on that Phobius in this game. Even for
Mm-hmm.
Rome, I think they need to take out something like the Kalia possibly, or maybe the Grok is out, Hilda is out, the Azalea
I
is
will
out. So the
choose my
chip,
own
Your
path.
chip is
team
a
is
possibility
Oh,
banning.
along with the Khalid. So I think those are some valid choices here and there.
cheap Khalid. I don't think Nexus will be playing the chip. It's better into the hands of Azalea, right? So, Arlott, I think this is more of a deny onto the ways that the Fredrin can have a good combination
Come and
together.
join me
So
in my
Your
dream
team
Lunox
is
world.
banning.
banned. I don't know. You know, most of the time the Lunox kind of lose it out against the Eve, so the Eve should be having a greater time even if they let go of the Lunox. So nevertheless, they must be trying to shut down on Nicholas Cream
This
here,
land is our
whatever mates that
homeland,
he's
Your
and it
comfortable
will
on,
team
and
soon
onto the
be
is
a
other side they
banning.
burial
are
ground.
focusing onto the XP here. The Arlet and the Lapu Lapu a better choice, a good choice of pick for the side of Nexus. Do they want to go for the XP directly or wait for Azalea to pick it up so that they can counter it for themselves?
That's exactly what. And Lapu and Arlot are both valid choices. And even the Farsa and the Lunox are very good here. The Jushin has
Mm.
been taken out too. So the only other choice left open for the side of Azalea Bloom is kind of Neko's Queen. He is good on that Selena. And he can also
Mm.
play the Sicilian here. The
Oh,
Sicilian is
okay.
a pretty decent choice. Like it can sustain against the Claude in the late game, but we'll have to
Hmm.
see if that actually works out for
Let
them
them
here.
play the
And
hero.
but
Your
no,
I
now
will
team
with the
be the
is
truth
Yuzhong
this
Oh.
into the
world
scene, the
desperately
Sicilian would
needs.
have to play it out really, really safe if they still decide to pick it up.
Okay. This is I wouldn't want to Sicilian against the Yuzong already. It's such a big threat. You know, Niniko, I think the Sora is still gonna be a bit of a flex, but now there is a presence of the Luamore into the jungle. I do think that they're gonna be needing a marksman into the mid side. There they can play the carry, the Granger, but both of these are gonna be suffering against this Yuzhong. So you know what, Nicholas Grimm? I think it's definitely going to be better if he picks out the Kadita and just try to
Gaze the
focus on
stars
the
and
Yves
seek
most
your
of the time. But
path.
no, he want to go for a bit of a counter against the Yuzong. That's going to be the Luo Yi. They might want to have a bit of a
I've been
map
waiting for
control
too Your
even.
team long. is
So there we
picking.
go. They're going to be trying to choose out the poison. That's going to be the carry that they want here. They are kind of dependent on the dive coming through from the Sora. So yeah, this is going to be a very tricky combination. A bit messy, but I think Nexus can be having it in the back if they are able to get the Yuzong farm into the early stages of the game.
That's exactly what. And honestly, with the drought that Nexus had right now, it's textbook wise, it's better. But if Azalea Bloom
Mm.
can play to their strengths with the diversion play and Leomord's ultimate at the same time, I think that Azalea Bloom could win it out in the like in terms of crowd control that they have right now. It's a
Mhm.
very even draft for both of these teams, but
Yeah,
end of the day, it's going to matter on who executes it better.
My mission
that's right.
is to
We are
protect
always focusing on
lives.
the execution part. The draft is going to be the start, and the execution is going to be the end there. So I think it's going to be the Hylos that they still want. You know, personally, I don't like Hylos to go against the Luoyi, but it is a very solid choice if you want to go against the Gatot. So, like you said, the draft is going to be even out for both of the sides. They have its others counter, but if they are going to be able to play it right, they should be trying to have that early momentum here because both of the jungles from both of these teams, the Fredrin and the Leomord, they are very dependent on the early game snowball. You don't wanna be behind onto the goal. The first hurdle, the second hurdle is definitely gonna be important. And if you want all of those two objectives, you have to have a winning mid lane side. And from what we can see, the Yiv actually have a better clearance in comparison to the Lui.
That's exactly what. But so far, so good. Both the drafts look very well polished for now. But the problem is going to be if
Welcome
both
to
of these
Mobile
teams just decide
Legends.
to go in for a full-in brawl and one of them makes a
5
mistake. But
seconds
as
until
no
the
far
enemy
mistakes,
reaches the
we
battlefield.
are into
Smash
the
them.
land of Dawn. Ladies
All
and gentlemen,
troops
welcome
deployed.
to match 3, game 1, best of 3 quarterfinals. And we should be able to see an amazing game in front of our eyes, with very textbook compositions by both of these teams. It's all going to come down to which marksman executes it better. And I think
That is
we should be, yep, we should be able to see it very soon.
the battle of trinities, right, and the fighter emblems as well. But hey, the carry does have a good shredding potential, so I think he's gonna be more focusing onto the team fights rather than going 1v1 situation if he wanna have a good win out here. But Nini Command, on the other hand, might have to be careful just a little bit because he's gonna be going against a Yuzhong, Nicholas Cream, getting poked quite a lot. This is what I was talking about against the youth, right? He's gonna be having a better clearance, a better poke, and Seth IC is gonna be cooking Nicholas Cream here if he is able eventually getting outdrawn here just a little bit. So we might eventually see the side of Nexus actually winning it out into those early stages of the game.
Exactly. So Nexus should have the early wins because they have a Petrify with that Yuzhong, but then they need to watch out for the Sora Surge ultimate coming in at the exact right moment. Quite possibly, I think the first blood will be at the turtle, unless of course the Louis gets some amazing level of stuns and yin yang combos onto the Eve or maybe the Claude in some accidental way, which shouldn't really happen, but we'll see.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. But the thing about the Louis is that even in level 2, it's going to be very, very aggressive because of the combination that you're always going to be able to provide it. But onto the other side, though, that's a little bit of a reason provided by Stevenson onto this Hylos, giving the way, showing where Yuski is going to be popping off. And I think they know and now have the info that Yuski is going to be a little bit late into the turtle. So they're just trying to have their ends meet here. So this might eventually be a brawl onto the turtle just for this fight, because look at this Joan coming through from IC. He's joining Yursky away from the turtle by himself.
That's exactly the power of the knee. But there goes the Phantom Steed along with Fredrin trying to get some. Oh, Yursky is gonna steal it away along with the Kumar securing that first blood with the damage ultimate along with a double for himself. But yeah, there we go. That's going to be the Yuzhong with the petrified play gets the kill for his team as well, but instead 2 for 2. But the turtle would be secured by the side of Azalea.
I feel like Nini Kumara was like, yeah, I did my job, we got the turtle, I can just die in peace. And I think he's going to be the only trait that they were suffering from. And I think it's definitely going to be giving them a little bit of a lead. But a perfect retribution coming through from Yursky. I would say that, this guy is going to the advantage. I've never seen him into the Leon, but that was a perfect retribution that he was able to get on time. But look at that, Nini Kumara.
That's going to be Stevenson who holds prey, and of course it's Nini Kumar onto that Sora. If you didn't know, Nini Kumar actually has around a few 3,000 games onto that Yuzhong and has been in global. So I think that he's just like, you want to play my signature pick against me, I will never let you do this kind of situation.
That's fine. It's a battle of like reputation at that point, then, right? Because you got to know that the Yuzhong is my main, and of course I'll be knowing how to counter it too, right? So I think this is the reason why that he was able to play around the Yuzhong. He doesn't go for the 1v1 situation. He just wants to go for the team fights most of the time. And I feel like bot lane though, we need to focus onto Super Jesus here. Yep, he died.
No real advantage coming in of that situation, but we'll have to see how this one works out for both of these teams, because Yursky is not finding that space to look for an engage, because he knows that he cannot really commit to a bush, because Team Nexus they love to play the camp in the bush till you find someone drops, and that's exactly what they're doing this time around as well. And with the Fredrin in there, I think that's just the best way to possibly find.
I feel like they shouldn't let go of this turtle too, so Lursky might try to pull up some perfect retribution again. Dragon though.
And they actually managed to find the kill as well. Fredrin still trying to find the turtle in the midst of everything. Sora this time around definitely gets damaged. He's gonna find it easily. Gets the he just ran but just a second, and he would have actually got the kill too. But manages to get the kill and get out alive at the same time.
Yeah, that was I think could have been avoided. I feel like Yursky was a bit too greedy, not in greedy, but he's too much fanatic of a turtle take because of course he's onto the Leomar, right? When we know that if the Leomar loses out onto the turtle, he's gonna be behind, and you don't want to be behind against into the Leomar when you are especially against a hero like the Fredrin. So they are trying to start for the fights even without waiting for Nini Kumar to be appearing on time. But I also felt like it was more of a better execution coming through from the side of Nexus here because they were waiting for the dragon, and of course the dragon flies better than the Sora walks, right? And he was available onto the perfect target. And then Seth I sees the way he was layering onto that RWM onto the perfect target, especially against Yursky, was amazingly well done coming through from him. And I think that also was the reason why they got immobilized and they lose out their team fight. So now it's important for Azalea Bloom to to try to slow down a little bit because they are still not losing on any goal. They are equalized, but they can do it something here. Mid lane, the what? Nicholas? He's dead just like that.
Unfortunate situation, man. I guess that's the disadvantage of having a Luowi into your hands because you are just so immobile. You have damage, you have setups, great, but you are so very immobile. And against Shaw and Claude, being immobile is not something you want to be.
You want to move as fast as possible and get away from trouble here. And with just one flicker, I don't think you'll be able to do it. But looking at the position of Nexus third farm, they might want to focus onto the top lane here. But nothing much can come out of it just yet, I suppose.
And the mid-tier one is going to be in a bit of danger right here. So that... But it's danger averted immediately. You're still looking for those little micro pickoffs every now and then. And the carry as well, I think, is able to find the turrets on the side lanes. So that's a good thing for them then and there. So technically speaking, Team Nexus, they are on the back foot right now. But they have a fair chance of coming back, provided they manage to shut down the carry, the Yuzhong, and also get the pick off on the Nexus now and then. So technically enough, they still have a chance, but they need to work for it.
The fact that they are able to take out onto the top lane turret is already very good enough for the side of Azalea Bloom here. So they might want to focus a little bit into the mid lane here yet again. But this time around, Nexus have a good read on where they are trying to focus a little bit on. So they have to wait out just a little bit. But Nini Kumar, I think that was not the dive that you want to do here against Sora, against a Cloud, I mean. And they'll be able to take him down. But Stevenson, to the other hand, I think he might want to find a little bit of a vision onto the mid bush. But he cannot really go in even though he is a Hylos. He can get bursted upon if he find himself in a bad positioning, so they have to be careful just a little bit. But onto the other side though, Super Zeus, I think he have the heal though.
Ironically enough, these people, they are still struggling a bit, Team Nexus, but they need to find a way to get the pick up on the carry, I think, before we find But if they can't do that, the cutoff is already very low. That's one person they can try and pick off, because otherwise the Sora is going to look for the engages every single time, and that is not going to be a realistic situation in this match.
I think most of the time the engages has been started by Nini Kumar rather than Frost onto the Gartot here, and it's definitely gonna have to be that way because when you are on the Gartot, you do not want to be the one instigating a team fight. You want to be the follow-up so that he will be able to have the layer of those controls on time and get the taunts done. But now they'll be able to take out the Lord, no contest whatsoever coming through from the side of never mind, Stevenson.
save the glorious pathway, but Frost, you're gonna be chunked down very low, and the usual passive is enough to find a kill on Stevenson, though meanwhile is still managing to sustain everything, but Max is gonna find the Lord meanwhile. And Cooldown finally gets affected by our carry, will find the kill quite easily, and he doesn't have the try to get a kill. Oh, NEXUS manages to flicker, but it's going to be a flicker right inside that turret, and the armor range is just enough to kill him. But then the Leomar definitely gets the kill onto two people there, and Kumar is still in the fight. He is still, you know what? Yeah, and that's just what it is.
He's right. He's trying to be that aggressive, right? He does have the face of the fight, so if he want to go in, he could go in. But there was the heal coming through from the star residue Super Jesus is always definitely going to be helping him, and you do not want to dive against a Yuzhong who have every bit of his skill available for him, and you do not want to trade it out with your life as well. But I think a bit of a bot lane skirmish is happening there, but top lane no. Look at that.
Kill as well, but he's gonna get taken down by Meat this time. The Lord is still far away, so technically it's safe to the mid lane. One is going to be taken down by Max as well as there. Stevenson is sustaining so much all by himself. Oh my goodness! And there we go. The blaze is wet.
Oh, what? Alright, it's gonna be getting cancelled upon him, but that was a good damage coming through from the carry, and he was able to get it taken down, and Claude will be already gone by then. And now I feel like Azalea, they have everything into their bowl right now. They had the lore, they were able to take it, they have the builds that's necessary for them, and I think the fourth build coming through from the carry should be the Malefic gun for the extra range, but maybe there might be another skirmishes though.
Definitely seeing somewhat of a skirmish here, and Nini Kumar right now, I think he is going to be the main win condition for the side of Azalea, and that's the whole thing. Team NEXUS here, they are struggling just to extract the galaxy. Red team hero. Yep, I told you he's going to condition, and that's exactly it. Look at this engage. He goes in to kill that captain and live and Frost as well, trying to provide as much backup as possible. And Stevenson is actually using a glorious pathway defensively, so that's not amounting to anything for his team except as an escape route. While instead they should be using it to try to Kumar will be falling, and now the rest of them are in a bit of danger of themselves, so they need to be playing it out on safer.
You don't want to go for the re-engagement when your team isn't ready yet. You have to wait it out just a little bit. I think Nini Kumar did find a game and decided to throw as well. But now the lore is going to be up, and they might want to focus onto this Azalea. they cannot risk losing any of the members right here right now, because if the lore is eventually going to the hands of Team NEXUS here, this will be the mark of their comeback. You don't want to lose this lore, because the Claw is going to be getting the farm here. He's going to be able to poke you out here and then. I think it's a very good zone coming through from Stevenson against Yursky too.
Time, but then Dreadin is the one getting marked down so much. Frost is doing so much for so long. He finally uses them. There we go. There's Nini Kumar once again on the back line. So he either slays Frost, but Nini Kumar is getting chunked down. Damage ultimate wasn't the best of choices in that situation, and now he's gonna get marked down by Mikey onto that Claude. NEXUS flickers out of the situation. Now he's trying to look for more. Max is gonna find Mikey in that attempt to try and kill NEXUS Queen, but the Brave Smite saves his life in that situation.
That was a good timers coming through from the side of NEXUS Queen. That is critical as well, but Yursky, oh my goodness, is gonna be taken down by Zeph. I see that is the Eve, by the way, and he's gonna be losing out onto his bike as well. But they did have the lore, so they might eventually be able to play still around with the lore, but they wouldn't have the starter, the initiator onto their side, because Nini Kumar is still going to be very, very late when the lore is going to be able to reach out onto this inhibitors right now. But they do have the diversion, so they can make a little bit of a play up to the top lane side. But I do feel that Meat knows where the teams are gonna be, so he doesn't really want to go there. AOG missing out just a little bit, and yeah, it's gonna be mid who's gonna be safe and sound right now.
Correctly. Team Azalea Blue still has the option in their hands, but they definitely to look for those pickoffs to the Claude or the Eve. The Eve is sitting at a 519, hoping to be one of the major damage dealers for them right there.
Yeah.
Oh, but look at Max though. Oh, damage! Oh, the damage! Oh my god, Max, the carry, the burst. Insane from the side of Azalea Blue. And yeah, there we go, that's what we were talking about. But yeah, good RWM, see, and he managed to get the kill as well. Frost trying to look for that passive, but he's not going to be hitting anyone. Doesn't want to go back, he's just going to walk away from that situation.
Yeah, Nini Kumar has been giving his life and trying to set up for the team most of the time, and I think it's very, very valid. But you do not want to go for kind of engages when your team isn't ready at time. But they do still have the time for the Lord to come to. He's gonna be alive by that time, so this is definitely an okayest kind. But this time around, I feel like Seth IC is very much ready and healthy to give out any kind of damage that is required. Because whenever you see him pull out the RWM, he's been able to successfully get anyone locked in right there and have the damages in a good position. But now I think Frost, I think he's gonna be able to spot two of the members out, but he's not gonna be taking any damage done. He will be able to give out a lot of his HP. But then again, this should be a contest of the Lord coming through from the side of Nexus. They should try to get this one so that they'll be able to have a little bit of a leeway. But Max in a very, very weird position though.
Exactly, so I mean, that's technically an okay position because he wants to find the turret, and I think he's also anticipating the Claude or maybe the Yuzhong or the Yi to just come in from that position. Yeah, look at that. I'm telling you, they expect something like that, and that's kind of the pick-off they want to look in for. The Lord, it will be reset this time around. And the Luowi ult right to the Lord this time. Glory of Conflict will be used up, and on the backside, the Frost is marking Mikey down. So definitely, Frost is gonna find the dash. Look at those two into the backside. Oh my god, while Shepa is getting marked down this time, and Kumar manages to get out of that situation. But Frost, right here, will be able to run away with the AOG. And that's okay. I mean, that's so far so good. Red team hero has been slain. Right now. Red team hero has been slain. But Shepa is able to take down Max. Now Shepa is another flicker from
okay.
Oh no, he might hit both, and that's exactly what they do. That's a 4-man down for the side of Team Azalea Blue. Should be a Lord fight. The Claude can solve the Lord though.
That was actually in favor for the side of Azalea Blue, and they were actually kind of throwing the game just a little bit just because they made an entrance. Again, now Mikey is in a very, very good position right now to try to take out the Lord, Nini Kamada. I thought he'll let it go just like that because he does have the flicker, he have the ultimate, he can go in. Yes, that is going to be a good zone coming through for him right now, but the other teams are marching down onto the Lord's side here. This is a new Wolf Lord, by the way, and this can be a mark of a comeback for their side too. But Super Jesus, I think he'll be able to spot them out too. The diversion coming into play, but the range is actually a little bit too low for Yoski though. Look at that.
For something, the Lord is at half HP, and Stevenson is getting melted down every single time. Onto the backside, they need to protect Mikey. Oh no, Frost will be taken down this time before he can cast the AOG. That's a green signal. Oh, the Surge Ultimate comes in. That's definitely a good engage coming in from the side of Team Azalea. They try to shut down on Mikey. Max is and now they need to run because Super is there, but Super Jesus will be able to find the kill as well onto Yusuke. So that's 2 people alive on the side of Azalea and 3 on the side of Nexus.
It's kind of such a nuisance that we always see the Super Z is able to survive most of the time because he has always got the heal on the perfect timing. And whenever he goes for the engage, he find a good kill and then he backs off without getting killed instead. And this is gonna be so annoying for the side of Azalea here. And I'm pretty sure that he have all the builds that require Stevenson, though spotting out a little bit of a vision here. I don't think he'll be dying anytime soon. He also already have the immortality, so he's not going to be the prime target for the side of Azalea, even though they do have a Shredder with the carry. But this Lord is going to be getting teased again. It's almost like 2 minutes of the game already, and they're still not able to take out the Lord. But looking at the build so far, already almost full builds for both of the teams here, except for the Roamers, that is. But a lot of damage already output by Seth Icy because he have the Winter Trojan, he have the glowing part, a glowing wand as well, and that is already enough to take anyone down.
So, and as you can see, Stride breaking out right here. The Yuzhan will be using a Black Dragon Form. The Lord is at very low HP. Yusuke will try and find a way to that Lord, and he steals it away while Super Jesus onto the backside will be marking out. And it's like the fact that he gets taken down. The Rocket Stevenson is still looking for the re-engage, while Chef Icy will be melting people down as much as possible. The RWM is enough for him to find the triple. Winter trunking from Mikey. They're charging down mid as much as they can. They have got two strong waves coming in for themselves. Mean is there to tank it all. Icy is there with the damage along with Mikey. They've got a Claude to push forward. This should be it. This should be the end for these people. Ross, he cannot really sustain this one. And Max is gonna get bursted towards the back line. Team
Victory!
The victory.
It looks so good for Azalea Bloom. They got the Lord, but they did lose out to the members here, and you don't really want to do that into the later part of the game. And unfortunately for them, the Evolved Lord was going onto the bot lane side rather than the mid lane. If they could have been merging into the mid side, it could have been their survival. But there was a good engage, a re-engage coming true and true by the side of Nexus here. They were going out, they know who the prime target is going to be all the time. And Nikosuke, even though he was finding the perfect positioning, he is always getting knocked down because, like you said, he's on an immobile hero like the Loi, and of course, a hero like the Yuzhong, the Claude, the Fredrin. Even they will always going to be trying to burn it into the backlines. And I think this time, the second time around, they might be able to find something here.